Hello, and welcome to Watch It and Review It TV, where I give reviews based on my opinion. Hello everyone and welcome. In this video, you'll hear a young lady tell an emotional story about the time her best friend's brother popped her with a GUN. At a time like this, you would think the person most closest to you would be there to support you. Well, this young lady didn't feel that she had that support. Let's take a listen and hear more about her story.
Okay, so I was gonna do a whole YouTube video on this story. I've been trying to do like a video on this story for years since this shit happened to me when I was 15. I am now 21. I just never had the time, and it's really like some emotional shit, so I just never sit down and be like, okay, let me tell this story. But you know what, today I'm ready to tell the story, so let's get into it. So we're gonna say I guess that was like 5 or 6 years ago. I'm 21 now, about to be 22. This happened when I was 15. Okay, my mama married this man in the military, so we did a lot of moving around. We lived in Killeen, Texas for a long time, like for a long little bit of cool or whatever. Okay, cool. So I became best friends with this girl. We're gonna call this girl Jessica. Okay, me and Jessica became best friends. Jessica was from another part of Texas. She wasn't from Killeen. I wasn't really from Killeen. I had been there long enough, but I wouldn't say I was from Killeen, because before I was living in Killeen, we was living in DC. So cool, whatever. Okay, we're gonna call, yeah. So I used to go spend the night at Jessica's house. Jessica used to come spend the night at my house. Our mamas was cool, you know, it was cool, whatever. So one time, my mama lied like she was going out of town, but she really was creeping with this man or with the house. Me and Jessica was play fighting or whatever, you know, we were doing what we do, like, you know, that was like my best friend. We had like a little incident when we got into a fight and I was ready to go home. I called my mama to come get me. She ended up texting me back and she didn't come get me or whatever. She claimed to this day, she claimed she didn't come get me because I told her never mind. I don't believe it. I never told her never mind. She didn't come get me, okay?
Sounds like this young lady's mom was pretty young at the time, and she said her mom was creeping, so maybe she didn't want to stop what she was doing to go pick her up. You know, and being that her friend's mom and her were friends, you know, she felt like her daughter probably was in a good place. Let's take a listen.
So I ended up staying over there. So at this time, like I said, I'm 15. Their mom is in the house. I'm not gonna, you know, bash their mama or nothing like this. She did the best she could. This story is not to bash their mama, not to bash nobody. It's just to tell my story of what happened to me. Cool. So we were drinking and we were taking. So that was like, you know, back then when ecstasy was like a real big thing to take with it. Cool. So it was me, it was Jessica, it was her brother. We're gonna call him Jerron. It was his 2 friends. We're gonna call them, no, it was his 3 friends. We're not even gonna call them nothing because I'm not gonna be able to remember all that. Okay, cool. So we were in Jerron's room. Her room was right across from his. We were in her room first. After me and her got into the fight, you know, we kind of calmed down because it was like, that was my best friend, so it was cool, whatever. We were in her brother's room. Okay, we were sitting on her brother's bed. He was playing with the gun. You know how you cock your gun back to make sure that the bullet, like, is not, like, you know how you make sure it's not a one in the head or whatever? Cool, right. Okay, so he did that with the gun. So mind y'all, this boy is like one of them boys, he always playing with his gun. Anytime he was always playing with the gun. And I know y'all finna be like, why did he have a gun? At the time he was 17, we were 15, okay? He was always playing with the gun, like, you know, play like he was with us and stuff like that. So I was sitting on the bed. Me and Jessica was sitting right next to each other. This was one of them times. I'm looking at my phone. It was really, I want to say it was August the 19th, but it was like 11:59 when this shit happened. All I know is that I felt something hit me in the side of my head, and I'm like, okay, cool. What the fuck? You know, of course, I'm 15. This is my first time taking I don't know what's going on. So I feel something hit me in the side of my head, and I see everybody run out the room. So it was like 5 of us in the room. So I'm like, what's going on? What hit me? What happened? So I feel something hit me in the side of my head. I get up because at the time I could get up. So I want to show y'all, because I still have the videos of everything in my phone. This the video that my best friend Jessica, we gonna call her Jessica, she took this video, and the date on this video is August 20th, 3:57 a.m. So she took this video. So they had stairs in their house. So I'm stumbling down the stairs because they all, like I said, ran and left me in the room by myself. So I get down the stairs, and I'm sitting at the bottom of the stairs. I'm not realizing that I've been, like I said, I think that somebody has hit me in my head. Like, it felt like I got hit in the head really, really, really hard. So instantly I lost all vision in my right eye. This is right there, as y'all can see. Instantly I lost all vision in my right eye. I couldn't see nothing, okay? It was blood coming out my nose, my mouth. It was just, it was a lot. It was blood all over the walls. It was blood all over me. So, they mama come running out her room. She like, okay, cool. She called 911. She like, yeah, she just got, she kept telling the police that I got grazed, okay? She was like, well, she got grazed, and it's blood pumping out it's blood literally pumping out of the side of my face. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, cool. She's saying I got grazed. That's not what happened. Cool, whatever. I'm telling them call my mama. They would not call my mama, because they knew at this point that her son, Dron, had committed a crime. So their main focus was to get the gun out the house. So they went, hid the gun somewhere in the backyard. The shell case in the book, they made sure that all this shit was hid, okay, before they called the police. So
I find it quite disturbing that they were more concerned about saving the kid that actually pulled the trigger. I find that quite disturbing because this young lady could have very well, been unalived. Let's see what else has happened with this in this story.
It was like me sitting on the ground, probably bleeding out for probably like an hour before they even called the police. Thank God that I did not die. So when the police get there, the mama has told the police that I got grazed, so they not expecting me to be pumping blood out of the side of my face. Like, it was pumping out of this side, and then this is where the bullet came out of. I have this filter on, but I know y'all can still see that. That's where the bullet came out at. Okay, cool. So I get on the ambulance. They're telling the people, like the police and everybody, that I shot myself. I am still coherent. Like, I never passed out or anything. I'm wide awake. And I'm asking him, before the police got there, I'm like, why did you shoot me? Like, you shot me. He steady hollering back at me, Jerron hollering back at me, like, I didn't shoot you. Okay, cool. So they told the police I shot. So when I got on the ambulance, the first thing the ambulance asked me, what hand, are you left-handed or right-handed? They told me to put the hand up that I write with. I'm left-handed. There's no way that I on the right side of my face being left-handed. So I'm trying to speed this up because we already at 7 minutes and it's only got 10 minutes, but I'm probably gonna have to make a part 2 of this video. Cool. So they came to the hospital to see me, which I'm gonna insert, pictures of all of this. And mind you, this was supposed to be my best friend. So this is a video of me. I'm gonna just show y'all from my other phone.
Look at me, Rosie. Look at me, Rosie. Hey. Oh, kid. That's Rosie. There she goes.
So that's a video of me in the hospital. This is another picture. I'm gonna show y'all pictures of me in the hospital. So this is me. This is where the bullet came out from. This is graphic though. I want y'all to know that. So if you watch this, I'm sorry. I should have said that to begin with. This is where the bullet went in it. So yeah. So I'm definitely gonna have to make a part 2. So anyway, so I was in the hospital for a while. Like I said, my mama had lied and said she was out of town. Whole time she was not out of town. She was in town. She was sneaking and creeping. So I ended up going to the hospital. They put me to sleep before I got to the hospital because they didn't realize how bad what happened to me was. So when I got to the hospital, of course, I needed a blood transfusion because I had lost so much blood. I literally was sitting there bleeding for like an hour. So I got a blood transfusion. They instantly did surgery. What happened to me was when the bullet went through here and it went through my face like a bow and arrow. So it cut the line, the cord that connect your eye to your brain is snipped at. So I don't have that cord that connects my eye to my brain. So that got completely snipped when I got. So that's why I instantly lost my vision. So anyways, they had to make the decision either to save my eye or to save my life. So there's nothing wrong with my eye. This is my eye. You get what I'm saying? I just cannot see. I can see a little bit, but I can't see much. So they made a decision, and of course the decision ultimately was to save my life, other than saving my eye. But okay, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna do part 2 because this we can use up the whole 10 minutes. Hold on. Okay, y'all, so I'm back. I'm about to go ahead and we're gonna consider this to be part 2 of the story, but I'm gonna tell the story more in depth this time without protecting anybody. Because like everybody keeps telling me, there's no need for me to try to protect people that didn't give a damn about protecting me. So let's get into it again. Okay, so on the left, that is me. On the right, that is Jessica. I'm going to protect her name, at least. That's my ex-best friend. I was 15 at the time of this picture. I know I look older than 15, but I was definitely 15. So yeah, so I spent the night, like I said, I spent the night at her house because my mom told me she was going out of town. My mom was not out of town. We've cleared that base. I always spent the night at her house. This was nothing new. That was like my second home over there. We were very close. Like, I mean, y'all, we were very, very, very close. She was at my house, I was at her house. We were very close. Cool. So me being at her house was not out of the normal, okay? So this is Jessica and Jerron. This is their mom. This picture actually was taken the night that I was almost unalived. This is their mom. I was very close with their mom. I called her mom. I loved her. I loved her. So just wanted to add that in. And like I said, this was taken the night that I was almost unalived. So this picture was took in August 17th at 6:59 p.m. And the reason why I remember all of this, y'all, is because I keep up with everything. I don't delete anything, so I still have all of this in my phone. We're gonna call her Marissa, the white girl. And then that's Jerron in the bag. And then to the left right here above me, that's Leo. So these were some of the people that were in the room. So it was Jessica, Leo, Marissa, Jerron, and then it was one more person. I'm about to show you guys him. So we're gonna call him, let's call him Trill. So this is Trill. We never had anything going on like that. Like, I know this picture may look very, mushy, but it was not like that. We were just very close and cool. He was very sweet. And after everything happened, he would check up on me and stuff like that. But that's Trill. So now that you guys know who all was in the room, let's get into the other stuff. So, okay, my TikTok tripping, so it won't let me upload the whole video, but I just want y'all to see this. So these were the stairs that I was coming down. So the blood, of course, was pumping out of the sides of my face as I was coming down the stairs. So Jessica took these videos on my phone because she had my phone. I didn't go to the hospital with my phone. So I'm going to show y'all these. Really, I'm going to show y'all one more, and I don't want to show y'all too much because I don't want this to get deleted, and I don't want to make any of y'all sick because this is like, this is very graphic. So this is another view of the stairs. As y'all can see, that's all blood right there. Because they all ran out the room. I'm trying to run out the room. I don't know what's going on. I didn't hear the hit me, so I did not hear it. I didn't know. I just seen them run, so I ran, okay? So when they met me, hold on, let me take this off because I know y'all don't want to keep looking at it. Okay, so when they met me down at the bottom of the stairs, basically, they all ran out of the house. I was at the bottom of the stairs. I remember I was screaming. I was hollering because I was in a lot of pain. And like I said, thanks to that ecstasy, that's what kept me up and kept me from passing out. So instantly his mama like, what the fuck? So she's not realizing, well, she realized. I'm not gonna say she's not, because if I realized that after a while, like I realized I had got I know that she knew it. So it took them a while to call the police, y'all. They tried to hide the gun, clean up the evidence. They tried to clean up my blood, do all of that before they called the police. So probably like an hour went by before they actually called the police. So I'm sitting there, I'm hollering like, you shot me. Why did you shoot? Like, why you he grabbed me. He like, stop saying it. Stop saying, like, you know, losing his shit. 'Cause he like, you know, like he already knowing. Everybody already knows how this is about to go. You know what I mean? I know how it's about to go. I just wanted them to call. I'm steady telling them, call my mama. Call my mama. They refused to call my mama. Like, they really did me wrong in this situation. Nobody protected me. That's what made me so emotional. Nobody protected me. Even after it happened, I still wasn't protected by my own mama. Like, so that's why. Oh, okay. So back to it. So yeah. I done lost my train of thought. Okay. So they finally called the police an hour later. It takes the police forever to get there because the police is not understanding what's going on. They like, okay, well, you saying that she got gray. So they thinking it's like some bullshit. So when the police officer walked in, he looking at me and he, like, the way he looked at me, I knew that my face was fucked up bad. Because he just looked at me, he stopped. And I asked him, I'm like, can you help me? Like, can you help me? So they get me on the ambulance, okay? The man on the ambulance, he asked me, he was like, okay, are you left-handed? Are you right-handed? I could not talk at that point. They instantly put that, you know, the little thing over my mouth. He said, put up what hand you write with. I put up my left hand. They know instantly which is an entry and which is an exit wound. That's why they knew that. So when I put up my left hand, the police, the EMT was like, he looked at the police officer. The police officer instantly arrested him because I told him on the spot that that was my, I could talk the whole time. I was up talking, all of that. I said he myself. They asked me what hand I write with. I said I threw up my hand quick as hell. They arrested him on the spot, took him to jail, okay? So this is the first picture of me at the hospital. This is probably like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, this is probably like 4 days of me being in the hospital because I didn't have my phone because she had my phone. I'm going to show a picture of when they came to the hospital as well. And y'all all want to know why they were at the hospital. I'm about to explain that. So this is a picture of me. And y'all see how bad I look. I looked really bad. So this is Jessica right here. She covered her face out of it. You know, that was the thing to do back then. If you didn't feel like you liked your face, we was putting emojis over our face. You already know that. So that's Marissa. That's Jerron, who's me. That's Trill, and that's me in the bed. They came to the hospital. Mind y'all, I was 15, so I was very forgiving. I'm still very forgiving. That's one of my biggest character flaws. I'm very forgiving. It don't matter what you do to me. I feel like I just give people so many chances. So it was an accident though, but when they came to the hospital, they came to check on me. But now that I'm grown, I realized they really were just coming to make sure that I did not, and that I was alive, and that, you know, that I wasn't gonna tell on him. That's really why they came to the hospital. My mama let them come to the hospital. Let me make that very clear. My mother let them come to the hospital because the story I was saying that he shot from the beginning. They kept saying that I shot. My mama believed that I shot, okay? She believed it. And I don't know why she believed it. I cannot answer that. Y'all would have to get on her TikTok and ask her why she believed it. But she believed it. Until my granny and my godmama really was just like, now, come on, Keisha, you know damn well. She was away from me. Like, because it didn't make sense. So after she realized that they were playing in her face and she kind of like, you know, did believe me, she made them leave the hospital. So that's how they ended up at the hospital. That was one of y'all biggest questions. So I know I'm going to have to come back with a part 3, but I wanted to go ahead and clarify that. So let me show y'all another picture. So I had, my nose was broke. I had to get basically all of this bone right here repaired in my nose. I had stents in my nose. I had a metal plate right here. I just got a surgery done 2 years ago and they took it out and put a plastic plate here. I have a plate in my jaw. So it broke my jawbone. It broke this bone here, my cheekbone, my jawbone, my orbital bone, my nose, like I was fucked up, y'all. So yeah, I'm gonna come back and do a part 3 so I can finish like going over like, you know, the aftermath and how everything pretty much went after this happened to me, but I wanted to go ahead and give y'all a clear story of what the fuck really did happen, because my first video, I didn't go into depth too good. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into part 3 now, because I don't want to wait and be doing this for days. I'm going to go ahead and get it all out now. So this is how my face looked. As y'all can see, yeah, I'm just looking at it because it's just, I don't know. This is really hard for me to do. I'm trying my hardest. Yeah, so that all around there, that's skin that, hold on. Okay, so that stuff that looked like freckles on my face, that, when you get close range, or like, not even just close, like kind of close, because like I said, he was standing right above me, blood vessels pop on your face. So I had pops blood vessels. I still kind of like, if you look at me, it looks like I got freckles. I don't have freckles. It just happened from that. So yeah, that's the entry wound. And like I said, y'all, they knew that this was the entry wound because, as you can see, look how my skin was peeling off. So there was no way. So my mama was saying that she thought that I did it from here because, you know, the bullet hole came out there. So she was like, well, I did it here. No, there was no way I did it here where my face, my skin was burnt off up there. Like, yeah, so exactly. So I don't. Okay, next. So this is the exit wound. That's the exit wound. That's where the bullet came out of. It went through my face like a bow and arrow. Yeah, so they wouldn't let me look at myself for a long time, y'all. I wasn't allowed to look at myself. They had the mirror covered up in the bathroom. The doctors wouldn't let me look at myself. So I didn't know how I looked. I just knew that I was in so much pain. I knew I know I looked terrible, but I was so HIGH. I didn't even care, y'all. I was just happy to be alive, honestly. And I really, what's so crazy about it was, I was not, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I wasn't happy to be alive. I wasn't. I was very depressed at the time, and I felt like I didn't understand why. I didn't understand why, like, I went through, like, I felt like I had went through so much, and that this was so traumatizing that I was not, at the time, I didn't think I was gonna be able to make it past this. Like, I was not happy to be alive at all. I'm not gonna lie and say, I just tried to lie and say I was, but I wasn't. This was very traumatizing for me. And even at the time, I didn't know, like, you know, how I was going, because I couldn't walk, I couldn't feed myself, I couldn't talk, so I didn't know, like, I was not happy to be alive at all. I'm happy now, but then I was not. So y'all gonna have to pause it and read this. These are some messages between me and Jessica after everything happened while I was still in the hospital. I said, girl, bye, I can't believe you really just said that, traumatized. Because I think she was telling me something about how she was so traumatized and all of this. And I said, you still got both your eyes. I definitely still have both my eyes. At the time, I didn't think I did. Like I said, I was not able to see myself. And y'all gonna be like, how you had the phone, you couldn't see yourself? I was very, like, my face was so swole, my eye was so swole. I didn't know what, like, I'm thinking that my eye's gone. Like, I'm 15, my face is as big as a fucking watermelon. I'm not knowing. So, I did have to go to physical therapy. I don't know if I mentioned that. Yeah. So I want y'all to read all of that. So I was just explaining to her. Yeah, okay, next miss. So apparently I had told somebody that her brother tried to unalive me, and she was texting me trying to question me about it. She said, so yeah. So this is just explaining to y'all basically. I know I got quiet. Hold on. Let me. Cause I'm trying to read it with y'all. I really didn't. I'm reading it now. So they wanted me to go along with the story to keep him from going to jail since it was an accident, and say, y'all know, they wanted me to say I myself from the jump. I never told the story how they wanted it to be told. So they have always been mad at me, still mad at me to this day. Jessica says she's not mad at me, but they were mad at the time because I would not go along with this story that I shot to keep him from going to jail. So, yeah. Okay, next message. So this is me talking to the boy Trill that was in the room at the time. So, as he said, they were wrong they were wrong for how they was trying to do me, correct? So, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Back then, y'all, I don't even know why I was arguing with them. It wasn't even nothing to argue about. Really, if we're going to be for real, this is my mama's fault. My mama should have let me talk to the police. She should have let me go to court. She should have let me testify. She should have let me got my closure, because that would have been my closure. But like I said, she didn't do any of that. She didn't want to see that boy go to jail, which is so crazy because he's in jail now as we speak. You know, karma's a motherfucker. Karma's a bitch, and you do wrong gonna always come back to you. So, hey. But, and it goes to my mama as well, because I don't understand. And I'm trying to explain it to y'all, make y'all understand, but it's like I don't understand it either. So I really just don't know. I don't get it either. So, yeah. So this was me back then saying my story was gonna be heard. And now, here we are 6 years later, I'm telling my story. But yeah, y'all, so if y'all have any questions, like, just leave them in the comments, and I'll just reply with a video. I'm trying to make sure I covered all the grounds. I know I spoke about, like, you know, how, you know, her brother had and they kind of like peer pressured us into taking it. I'm glad that I let them peer pressure me into taking it, because I don't know if I would still be alive. But I could do a whole nother video like addressing my mama, but I really don't even care to address her. Y'all can form your own opinions about my mama. I know she's not shit. Y'all can form your own opinions. I really don't know what to say, because I don't want to protect nobody. But if I'm gonna be honest, the people that did the most wrong in the situations were the adults in this situation. I know right now, if something happens to either two of my kids, we're going to court. I don't give a fuck. We're going to court. I don't give a damn. So, yeah. But, I mean, like I said, it worked out. It did what God did what he was supposed to do. You're going to pay for what if you do wrong, you're going to pay for it one way or another. So, to this day, like I said, they won't admit to the story. Like I was just saying in my other video, I just talked to her. She called me last night after, she called me on Instagram last night after she seen me upload what I uploaded on Instagram. And she was like, that her brother said I was tussling with him over the They don't know what and then he himself after this shit happened. Like, it's just a lot to the fucking story. But they ain't gonna never admit what really happened, which is cool. But like I said, everybody in this situation but me is doing terrible in life. Life is kicking their ass, because you do wrong. You do wrong to people, it come back to you. That's why I said I'm not gonna bash them, because life is kicking their asses already. I don't even gotta say too much. You see what I'm saying? Like, life is real deal kicking their asses. I don't have to say too much. I don't gotta talk bad about them. I don't gotta talk bad about Jessica. I don't gotta talk bad about Jerron. I don't gotta talk bad about their mama. They all doing bad. So it's like, talk bad about them for what? They're going through it. They're reaping what they sow. So that's why I keep saying I don't wish them nothing but the best.
And that's pretty much the end of the story. And kudos to the young lady that was willing to share her story with us. You know, it takes a lot to really get your story out there. As you can see, she seemed a little nervous in the beginning, and then she seemed to get more comfortable and was willing to open up a little bit more. So kudos to her. She's a beautiful young lady. You know, it's unfortunate. It sounds like her and her mom's relationship is still not that great. And I can understand, you know, she sounds like she was really hurt from her mom not having her back during the time that she probably needed her the most. You know, it took family members to encourage her mom to even speak up for her and have her back. So hopefully sometime, if their relationship still is not good, hopefully, you know, in the near future it will be. You know, and like she said, karma is a thing. It will come back around. You know, need in holding a grudge. You know, she's doing good. You know, she seem to be doing good, and I hope she is. And you know, she's not holding anything against the people that done it, because life itself is beating them up. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. You know, until next time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye.